Start. All right. Start. Hey everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? The reason why I'm going live today is I'd like to actually show you something. There's been a lot of questions coming about the coronavirus, and right now the coronavirus is causing a lot of different areas and a lot of people to ask a lot of questions. So I thought it'd be important to show you guys what I do. For me, it's important to show you. You may or may not be interested, but it's going to take about 15 minutes. So give me about 15 minutes, and I'd like to show you just a little bit what we do, and it may or may not benefit you, but at least you'll know about it, and if you ever need it, you can get a hold of me, okay? So the first I want to ask you real quick, have you ever signed a contract, had a tenant-landlord situation, been overtreated, been overcharged or treated unfairly, received a traffic ticket, been concerned about your child's identity, been a victim of identity theft, had a real estate transaction, need your will prepared or uploaded? Have you had spoof calls, people calling in trying to get you to buy things, the IRS calling you up saying you got a warrant for your arrest and all this other stuff? Have you had any of these things happen? The answer to that most of the time, and the reason why I'm doing this is because it's yes. And it's funny because I do a lot of joking with some of the scammers out there, but this is a really serious situation that I feel that you need to know about, okay? So real quick, let me ask you this. How many of y'all have been getting Dine and Dash? Let's put it this way, because Dine and Dash, actually, you don't have to touch anybody, don't got to get around anybody. So Dine and Dash is able. It's an app on the. It's an app on your phone, right? How many of you have been watching Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu? Those are apps on your phones and tablets that you can watch without having to go to a movie theater or even look at your TV. Okay, how many of you guys have been ordering masks or different things from Amazon because you don't want to go to the stores to get things like toilet paper and stuff like that? A lot of people have been doing it, and that's what's changed our industry lately. Now, being in the legal industry, identity theft, we have an app also now, okay? So we did a disruptive innovation. We made things simpler, easier, and more affordable, and now it's done right on our phone, so we don't have to go into a law office anymore to wait, around. We actually have everything at our fingertips, okay? Now, real quick, I just kind of want to go over this a little bit. We were established in 1972. One of our creating founders, Harlan Stonecipher, got in an accident that was no fault of his own. But, it's funny, with insurance companies, they like to sue everybody involved, and he didn't think it was fair, okay? As of today, we have a little over 4.4 million lives we've been protecting in the United States and Canada, with a dedicated network of quality law firms in all 50 states and every area, territory, and province of Canada, okay? And like I said, if I go a little fast, I apologize. So one of the first things I kind of want to go over with you is personal legal advice, okay? So you get on your phone, you get on the app, you push the button, and you can ask unlimited questions on unlimited topics, including pre-existing, and a lawyer is going to call you back within 4 business hours. You can call about anything you want. It doesn't matter. And with everything going on today, I don't know what kind of situations you guys have to ask about or having questions about. But I know that when I was in the Marine Corps, if I were to ask a Marine Corps buddy, you know what, they're all going to give me advice. Problem is, doesn't mean that advice is right. I know in the trucking industry, if people ask for advice, that doesn't mean that they know the laws. It just means they're giving you advice. I can ask family members to give me advice. They're not lawyers, though. Okay? And so we changed the system by making it affordable to call up a lawyer, ask anything you want. They call you back. They're on your time. You're not on theirs. And that's why I think that one's one of the most important things going on in the coronavirus. The other thing is letters and phone calls made on your behalf with everything going on right now, okay? And you not understanding something, or we don't understand from day to day, from pharmaceutical to, when we can get out of our houses to toilet paper situations, all right? What if when are you going to get back to work? What about your car loans or your cell phone leases? Just on and on that need letters and phone calls. If the lawyer can make a phone call on your behalf, that's saying something right there. They can help you extend out, and they can help you survive during this, lockdown we're having right now in the world due to the coronavirus, okay? Now, contracts and documents. Our company, as long as it's personal, review up to 15 contracts or documents in any given month. Contacts and documents, every day we sign. It's our phones. We push the button on there that says accept, 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 and we don't read it. Insurance for our vehicles, insurance for our homes, insurance for life, insurance for our kids. How about titles and, different things that we need to read? How about the daycares? I had a buddy of mine who had down in Florida, because of the coronavirus, they shut his gym down. Okay? He was making, he had to give them $60 a month. Well, guess what? They shut the gym down, and they're still taking that money out. One phone call from our lawyers from Florida, and they not only reimbursed him that money, okay, they actually gave him an extra free month. So it was good to have a lawyer call because they listened to the lawyer. When he tried to call, couldn't get a hold of anybody. When the law firm called, they were able to get a hold of somebody. That's just one story. And that's just one example of something that's happening right here and right now in this time. Now, other things we do is we do IRS audit services. Okay, if you're ever audited by the IRS. And that could come in handy later on because, like I said, they took the April 15th. I think it's June 20th now where you have to file stuff. So we don't know how the auditing is going to work with what's going on in the United States today. But we give you IRS audit assistance, okay? Now, next thing I'll go over. Civil trial defense. Starting from day one when you're part of us, we don't know from day to day if we're ever going to be named in a lawsuit, you know, if someone's going to sue us, if something's going to happen. You know, things happen every day. Starting from day one, though, as a member of Legal Shield, we give you 60 hours of civil trial defense time, trial and pretrial. And every year you're part of us, we give you another 30 on your anniversary day, which means you'll get from 60, we're going to increase it. And by the way, it rolls over to the next month. So if you use it or not, it's still going to start all over again the very next year. So you always have time and you always have legal protection with civil trial and pretrial. Next thing is family and domestic services. I know it's a subject a lot of people don't like to talk about, but we actually handle after 90 days being with Legal Shield. We'll do uncontested name change, uncontested adoption, uncontested divorce, uncontested separation, uncontested annulments. We'll even help out. So basically, we're going to help you. Now, if it goes past the uncontested part, yes, it'll be a little bit more, but at least you're getting that satisfaction and peace of mind that we're helping you with family and domesticated situations, okay? So then the next thing I want to tell you guys about, and I'm kind of going quick on this, and I apologize. I just wanted to get this out to you so that if you have questions, you can call me up. But like I said, there's so much that I could probably be preaching all day long. I just kind of want to get the basics out to you, though. The next thing is the emergency access, okay? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for all emergency situations, okay? So it doesn't matter what the emergency situation is. You got a lawyer on call. How many of you guys can call your lawyer right now on a Friday night and your lawyer's going to pick up and be coherent, ready to go at a moment's notice, okay? Probably not too many, if any at all. How many over the weekend? Not too many. Now, if the cops come to your house or something else like that, how many of you got a lawyer ready to go? Not many at all. I remember years ago, and even up today, everybody's like, oh, I'm going to call my lawyer. Great. Who's your lawyer? Oh, well, they don't actually have them. They just like to say it. Well, now people don't have to say it anymore. You actually have a lawyer on call for all emergency situations. And believe it or not, they're some of the best lawyers around in all 50 states. All right. Traffic tickets. Let's face it, every once in a while we get a lead foot, okay? And I get that. I know right now with the highways cleared, a lot of truckers and people like that, they're getting speeding tickets and parking tickets because they're not used to being on roads that don't have very many people. Anyway, no matter what you do, though, if you do get a ticket or if you are pulled over and you get a citation, a warning, whatnot, it can make your points on your license go up. It can cause you to have to pay more in insurance. So if you get there and you decide to just pay the ticket without going into court, okay, what happens? If you pay the ticket without going to the court, now you're pleading guilty. Now your insurance goes up. So it's not $127 you paid for the ticket. It's about $1,000 and some dollars you pay because now that's going to take 4 to 6 years to come off your license, okay? And like I said, the more you do, the higher the points are. Now with us, it's nice to know that you don't have to go into court unless the judge says you have to be in court. So our lawyers are going to go in court, and we're going to do the best job we can to get that removed, reduced, thrown out, whatever it takes, okay? Now, remember, the lawyers will call you back within 4 business hours. The next one I want to spend just a couple seconds with, your will. Wills are very important because sometimes we don't know what tomorrow's going to hold. It's nice to know that right on your phone, the day you get Legal Shield, you can do your will right on your phone. You can do it right on the computer. You can print off a will, and you can write it all up. A lawyer's going to write it all up for you. They're going to send it back to you. You get it notarized. You're good, okay? Why is that important? Because tomorrow's not promised to us. As many of you, you guys are some of the most important people in the world, and that's why I'm doing this here. But when I was in the Marine Corps, you know, it's like Marines, oh, I don't need no will. You know, I watched the wars over the years. I watch people on the roads get hit by cars, you know. I watch, you know, with people with all kinds. There's not a reason in the world why you shouldn't have a will. Now, a lot of people say, well, I got my will. Great. Guess what? We'll also update that will for you at no charge. And every year you're part of Legal Shield, we will update your will at no extra charge, okay? your will, living will, healthcare power of attorney, financial power of attorney. We want to make sure you and your family is all taken care of. Okay? Next thing. Now this one, I got to spend about a couple minutes with. Identity shield. All right? So credit card, social security, passport, everything right here that you see on the left-hand side of the screen is all stuff that you can control. The only difference is if we were to look at everything 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we don't have that kind of time. We're not monitoring. And I know everybody hears that identity theft is the worst stuff in the world, which, you know, people need to take it more seriously. You don't got to panic or worry. But what's nice is we have the only private investigators in the world that are monitoring all of your information, making sure nobody's using it. And if they do, we alert you, and then we go and fix it. Okay? So instead of promising, what we're doing is we're fixing everything that people steal from you or take from you. Now, everything on the other side, loans, credit cards, bank accounts, dark web, social media, those things there are what other companies like banks and stuff, they control all of our information. What's nice, though, is our private investigators are also monitoring all that. So if something happens, you can get alerted to it, and you can go and fix it. And our private investigators will also go and fix it. So like social media, somebody puts bad words on there, puts some kind of spam or spoofing. How many of my aunts have I had like double, you know, people get hacked all the time, and then you get extra people trying to say that they're your aunt trying to add you. Well, that was person's been hacked. You've been hacked. I mean, just today alone, about 20 people were hacked, and they said don't answer anything that gets sent out. We fix all that. We can help with that, and we can alert you to that, okay? And it's like for anything. Now, why is that important? Because we offer a comprehensive restoration, meaning here's it. Identity Shield is going to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes, okay, to put you back to before you were breached, okay? So in other words, we're going to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to restore your identity back to the way it was. All those other companies and everything, we're actually at private investigators. We're going to do what it takes. And guess what? You are in the loop the whole time. It's all on your phone. If something happens, we alert you right away to it. You just tell us what you want us to watch and monitor, and we'll do it. So lastly, and like I said, I was going to keep this under 15 minutes. Our plans cost $2 a day for a family, less than $1.50 a day for an individual. So $24.95 for the legal, or $24.95 for identity for the family, or put them both together and it's $49.90. Individuals, $24.95 for the legal, and $9.95 for the identity. Put them both together, $34.90. You can get either one or both or none at all. But here's what's nice. No contracts, no co-pays, no deductibles, no termination fees. All right? You have the app ready to go at a moment's notice. And on top of that, we give you a thing called Member Perks. Now, I do know that people love this Member Perks, including myself, because everywhere from like sports tickets to video games to Sam's Club to ordering online to Amazon, you know, you never know. But there's $2,600 in savings from coupons to freebies to goodies to if I go over to Office Max, I get cheaper copies. And it saves me more money on Member Perks. Yet I may or may not be using my Legal Shield all the time. But my Member Perks, I'm using nonstop. I'm glad I have Legal Shield, but the Member Perks alone is worth what I pay for the legal. All right? And that is what makes us great, is because you don't always have to use legal. You know, we're not insurance. You can use us whenever you want. Insurance you put on the shelf and it gets dusty for a rainy day because you have to have it. With Legal Shield, you don't necessarily need us, but you can use us all the time, nonstop. We give you more savings and Member Perks than what our plan's even worth because we believe in our members and we believe in taking care of each one. You still get people on the phone. You still can call people, whatever it takes. I just want you to know the reason why I'm telling this with this coronavirus and everything else right now, and you got to be at home, you can go online to all these different retailers for Member Perks and get all kinds of savings, deals, and freebies. Okay? But if you have questions about anything that's going on or you need action taken, you know, you're paying, you know, $24.95 for a lawyer. And guess what? They're great. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. Just know this, each and every one of you matters. I appreciate y'all. Thanks, everybody.